to my channel. My name is Julia if you're new here, and I am so excited to be here with you on the mat today. And today we are starting the day together. Good morning. I'm really excited. Today's class is going to be super short but super powerful. I am such a huge fan of little classes in the morning because we're all busy, I get it, and we also have a lot of other things that we need to do in our lives. But to give yourself these 15 minutes on the mat to strengthen your body and to connect with your breath and to connect with your intention is all that you need to get your day started right. So with that being said, let's get started in a child's pose, which we all love. So spread your knees as wide as you'd like, get onto the mat depending on how your hips are feeling this morning. Toes can touch and then push your hips back. Dropping your forehead down onto the mat. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths here to start class today. And I want you to really breathe deep into your belly. So if your knees are nice and wide, your belly should have tons of space to expand. So start really directing your breath all the way into the belly. And as you do, feel your hips melt towards your heels, towards the mat, and lengthening your lower back. Breathing deeply. 2 more deep breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And let's exhale, sigh out the mouth. Beautiful. Now walk your hands over to the right side here, maybe bringing your left hand on top of the right. Drop your forehead back down, and then we're going to be stretching out the left side body here. So a nice easy side body stretch. Dropping that left hip down towards the mat. 1 deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale. And then walk your hands over towards the left again, maybe bringing the right hand on top of the left, lengthening that right side body, and on an inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Now walking your hands out in front of you and then slowly walking them towards your body, bringing the knees together here. We're going to just sit on our heels for a second and warm up the wrists, and if you'd like an extra stretch, you can also tuck your toes under and sit onto your heels. So bringing the hands out in front of you, let's interlace the fingers, and we're just going to roll the wrists a little bit. Really good for us, especially those of us that text quite often. This is a great stretch that a lot of people forget to do. And we're going to be in plank and tabletop, so very good for us to warm up. And then open and close the hands. You can make it like jazz hands if you want. Wake yourself up creatively. And then shake the hands out. Beautiful, and we're ready to go. So come into a tabletop position here. We're going to come into some cat-cows and then level up a little bit. So on an inhale, drop the belly, open the chest and gaze up. And on an exhale, belly button comes towards spine and we come into cat position, chin towards chest. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, push the mat away. 1 more time. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. And exhale, push the mat away. Okay, let's inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. And this time we exhale, push the mat away, but tuck the toes under and lift the knees slightly off the mat. So try to curl your spine just like we did in cat pose, leaving the knees hovering off the mat. You should feel the core immediately turn on. This is a spicy one to start class. Holding here for 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale, pushing through the fingertips here. Inhale. And exhale, push the hips up and back, coming into downward facing dog. Take a moment here to walk your dog, lengthening out the back body, shaking the head out, releasing any tension off the neck and the shoulders from the night you've just spent. Connecting with the breath here, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale here. And exhale. And now we'll get moving. Inhale, rolling forward into plank and then dropping the knees like we did before, hovering off the mat, warming up that core. Exhale, hips up and back. Inhale, rolling forward, hovering the knees. And exhale, up and back. And again, inhale, rolling forward, hovering off the mat. And exhale, up and back. Last time, inhale, rolling forward, hovering off the mat and staying here. If you want to level up, maybe you want to try and see if you can lift that right foot up off the mat. And then sit it down. Then lifting the left foot up off the mat. And sit it down. And if you're with me, let's do it one more time. Right foot. And down. left foot, and down. And then walk yourself back into a plank, and we'll hold here, I promise, just one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, beautiful. And then slowly drop your knees down, chin and chest onto the mat. And inhale, roll forward for a baby cobra. And let's hold here. So our baby cobra, the top of the feet are flat on the mat. You're activating the thighs here so the knees are lifted off the mat. Elbows hugging in towards the body, and your chin is coming slightly towards your chest so your neck is nice and long. And then we just try and lift the hands up off the mat. Beautiful. Really warming up the back muscles now. And if you want to, we can take this for a little swim. So inhale, breaststroking forward. And then exhale, bringing the elbows in towards the body and seeing if you can lift up a little bit. Inhale, breaststroke forward. Exhale, elbows in towards the body and lift. Inhale to swim. Exhale to crunch. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale forward. And exhale, hold. And if you'd like to, you can lift the feet up off the mat. We're going to hold here for 3, for 2. Remember, this is power yoga. You signed up for this. And 1, release. Dropping the forehead onto the mat. You can make a little cushion with your hands and just wave your butt from side to side, releasing any tension in the lower back. Inhale deeply here. And exhale. Beautiful. Now bring your hands underneath your shoulders here. Tuck the toes under and either through tabletop or plank. We're going to make our way back to downward facing dog. So pushing into your hands and hips come up and back. Beautiful. Now bringing the left foot into the middle of the mat. We're going to inhale, lift that right leg up behind us into 3-legged dog. Bend the knee and open the hip just for a moment here to open the hip. Maybe make some circles as you draw a little circle with your knee in the ceiling, in the air here. Switching sides. Beautiful. Slowly coming back to center, lengthening that right leg out behind you, bending the knee and bring it underneath the body so your knee comes towards your nose for a crunch. Inhale, lengthening the leg. And exhale, coming under for a crunch. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to crunch. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, crunch. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, crunch and hold for 3. For 2, you've got this. And 1, release that right foot in between the hands at the top of the mat. I am sweating if you are too. On an inhale, using that strong core here, lifting up into high lunge. And exhale, sit down. Holding here in our high lunge is a very powerful pose already. Just trying to make sure that you've got both of your hip bones pointing towards the front of the mat. Breathing deeply here, feeling nice and strong already. Inhale. And exhale. And then on an inhale, we're going to straighten that front leg, bringing the hands down by the side. And exhale, arms come back up, bending the knee. Inhale to straighten that front leg. And exhale, bending and warming up the lower body. Inhale. And exhale. We've got 2 more here. Inhale. And exhale, beautiful. Inhale here. And exhale, we'll stay nice and low here. And we're going to open our arms to the side. When we're ready, we're going to try eagle arms. So you bring the right arm underneath the left, bending at the elbows, and maybe staying here, or you can also curl in 2 times so both of the palms are touching. Inhale, lift the elbows up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, bring them down to shoulder height. Now, if this is enough for you, stay here. Otherwise, we're going to try a little power balance pose and lift into a warrior 3 position with eagle arms. So, if you're with me, feeling nice and strong in that front leg, we're going to lift off the back leg and coming into warrior 3 with eagle arms. Flexing the back foot here, holding here for 2 deep breaths. Everything is working here. Even your mind is working on focusing and balancing. Your body is probably shaking. 1 more deep breath here. Inhale. And then exhale, bending that front leg and slowly stepping back with the back leg. Inhale, lifting those elbows up towards the ceiling. And exhale, releasing the arms. Beautiful work. Bring the hands down to frame that front foot. Step back into plank and coming down through a vinyasa. Coming down through chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Taking 3 deep breaths here to just reset. You can also take that in child's pose. Maybe bending one knee at a time. Breathing nice and deeply through the nose. Inhale here. And exhale, beautiful. One more deep breath together, inhale. And exhale. Other side, right foot comes to the middle of the mat and then we lengthen that left leg out behind us. Bending the left knee, opening the hip and taking those hip circles in one direction. Maybe you're getting some pops and clicks as well as I am. And the other direction. And then slowly lengthening that leg out behind you. And let's take those 5 crunches here. So bending the knee, bringing it underneath the body, coming in for a little crunch. And then lengthening out behind you. 4 more, exhale. And inhale to lengthen. And coming in for that curl for 3. And lengthen. Coming in for 2 more. And lengthen. And coming in for that last one. Remember, we're holding it for 3 here. For 2. And 1. Stepping that left foot forward. You're doing amazing. Using that strong core to lift up into our high lunge. And on an inhale, we lengthen the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And exhale, we sit down nice and low. And again, just taking a moment to feel nice and strong in your high lunge. Feeling both of the hip bones pointing towards the front of the mat. And sinking those shoulders away from the ears. Let's take our little lunges here. So as we inhale, straightening that front leg, arms come to the side. And exhale, coming back down. Inhale, lifting up nice and tall. And exhale, coming down. Inhale to lift. And exhale to bend. And 1 more. And exhale, coming down. Now let's take those eagle arms on this side too. Opening the arms out to the side. And this time the left arm comes underneath the right. Again, bending at the elbows and taking 1 or 2 clasps. On an inhale, we lengthen the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And exhale, bringing them back down to shoulder height. And again, your choice. You can either stay here or lifting up off that back leg and coming into our Eagle Warrior 3. Inhale here. Exhale, beautiful. 1 more deep breath together. Inhale, you've got this. And then exhale, bending that front leg, stepping back, lifting the arms up. And then opening your wings, bringing the hands down to the mat. Step back into our high plank and coming down through your vinyasa. Opening the chest and your back bend. And exhale, back to our downward facing dog. Now let's close here with a little butt series. So we're going to be working on the glutes. Let's come forward into a high plank here, holding here for 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. This is just for fun. Inhale and exhale, release the knees. So we're going to be back onto our tabletop position. If this is too much on the wrist, you can also come up onto the fist. No problem here. We're just going to work the glutes a little second. So flexing that right foot here, we're going to do some donkey kicks. On an inhale, you lift your leg up and exhale, bring it down. Inhale to lift, feeling that glute really activate, and exhale down. Couple more, inhale and exhale. 2 more, inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale to lift and exhale to lower. And lift just 1 more time for me here, and then we're going to move it out to the side. So your leg is hovering. I know it's like a dog peeing, but it's a fire hydrant pose. And then we close the knees together. Inhale to lift to the side. Exhale to close. This is a toughie. 3 more. Inhale, looking down, lengthening the neck. Exhale. 2 more. Exhale. Last one. Exhale and release. Sit back into a child's pose before we do the other side, and give yourself 2 deep breaths. Oh, you've done amazing. We've done a lot of core work already. We've worked the legs. We're now working the glutes. You're doing Incredible. Oh yeah, we worked the back too, don't forget that. We've got one more side to do and then it's relaxation time. So let's inhale, rolling back up into our tabletop position and let's get straight into it. So tucking those left toes under, flexing the foot, and let's lift up for 5. Dropping the knee. For 4. And 3. For 2. And 1. And then lifting up and opening out to the side. Closing the knees together and lift. Closing together and lift. Beautiful. Closing together and lift. Closing for 2. Last one, you've got this. And then slowly dropping the knees down. Sit back onto the heels. Rest your hands onto your thighs and give yourself a nice little shoulder roll here. So rolling the shoulders back, maybe closing the eyes. Checking in with your body, checking in with your breath. Walking the hands behind you here, and let's just lift the hips up so we're stretching out the front body, that core, your shoulders get a nice stretch here too. And exhale, release. And then slowly come to sitting onto your seat. Bring the soles of the feet together here. We're going to come into butterfly pose to stretch out. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold over the legs. Walking your hands out in front of you, dropping your chin towards your chest, and taking 3 deep breaths here. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more deep inhale. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. Slowly walking your hands back to meet your body here. Bringing the soles of the feet down onto the mat and just knock the knees from side to side here for a little bit of hip mobility this morning. Keeping your chest nice and open, internally and externally rotating these hips. And then slowly finding your way into a comfortable seated position. Beautiful. Let's inhale our arms all together up towards the ceiling, palms touch. And exhale, bringing the hands down to heart center, chin comes in towards the chest. Allowing your chest to be wide and open. And take a moment of gratitude for yourself and for your strong body, for showing up this morning, showing up for yourself to make yourself healthier and stronger and hopefully more focused and calm in the mind. And let's take one last deep inhale together. And exhale, sigh out the mouth. Dropping the hands down onto the thighs and then slowly lifting the head up and opening the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today on the mat. I definitely was feeling that, so I hope you also feel nice and strong after the class, and I cannot wait to see you next time. Bye.